Welcome to Talk Theory. It's your host, Kiara Barnes, where I talk all things life, what makes us human, and what makes us superhuman. Sit back, relax, and join me for a chat. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Talk Theory. Thanks for tuning back in. How's everyone feeling? I've been feeling pretty good. I'm chill. I'm actually getting really excited, guys. I'm about to surprise my niece and nephew today, actually. And they will have no idea that I'm coming, so I'm very excited. I have not seen either of them in a long while, so this is going to be good. And I know everyone else out there that has nieces or nephews, they're just so great. And it's always so exciting. So I'm getting ready to do that. Guys, can you believe summer is basically done? I don't even know how to process that. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty, from what I remember, it's been quite some time since I've been to school, but I think kids are back in school in August or something, at least mid-August. So anyway, I'm just kind of processing, excuse this mic situation, processing how quick the summer went. Mostly because more than half of the summer was delayed with bad weather, but I digress. Okay, anyway, so today I want to talk about standing in your power and what that really means. A common topic on here, if you're new, is usually we're talking about self-love. But, I think it's important. And so many of us go through our day to day and don't ever really check in with ourselves because, we got a lot going on. And that could include stuff within our work lives or friends and family, just a number of things. And, I have to say, just personally working through, I went through a breakup. Oh, it's been about over a year now, I think. But I had really had to do a lot of introspection and self-healing during that time. And it's helped me a ton because I just feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm thinking of marriage and family and everything around me needing to have more balance and stability to support that new chapter of my life. And so really, I am grateful for all this time I've had to work on myself and just giving myself the most love possible. And I'll tell you, it's been a process, okay? I will say that. I feel like in the self-help industry, it can feel like everyone's got it figured out and, we are all enlightened and whatever, but I'm here to burst that bubble, folks. We're all human and we all have to process through things and make mistakes. And to be honest, even the reason I can do this podcast and have so much to talk about and have to share is because I've made a lot of mistakes and hiccups and all that, but that's just the process. And experiencing some kind of resistance or something that maybe happens that you didn't really want to happen, all that is it gets you to realize that you want a different outcome, and it gives you the opportunity to reach for better, So I've found power really comes from self-love. And I'm talking actual real power where your energy is leading the way, where things just go in the flow for you. Things happen seamlessly problems are resolved quickly. Like there's always good energy around you, you know? And if I'm confident in myself, I can stand in that power, feeling really grounded and really supported. And I know everyone has had that moment where, you know, they've studied or prepped for something. And when the time came, you were able to execute it, you know, perfectly. And it feels like flow. It is easy because you were prepped, you did the work. And I don't know. This works the same, I think, for self-love journey. I think another big part is figuring out how to communicate and how to express. You know, you'd be really surprised how many people don't know how to articulate their feelings, honestly. And it's quite normal. It makes sense, you know, why, depending on, oh gosh, so many things like, you know, your situation growing up, you know, and the environment around you, which is why it's important to do the work now and consider yourself because, I mean, the only person who's really going to help you is you. So the day that you understand that and decide to do something, that's when you can truly start this journey whenever and begin the healing. And through your own healing, you will naturally impact others in a positive way. Um, and I just want to comment on that for a sec because I feel like it can be easy when you, I don't know, like have a moment where it's an aha moment. You go, oh my gosh, like I had a breakthrough. I want to share it with someone. And you might come across people who don't want to hear it, you know, or don't want to, or just don't really agree or understand. And their energy can make you doubt and make you feel. But in reality, what you have to remember is that we're all on our own separate paths. And so you can still live your life and do the things you do and not allow other people's feelings or energy impact how you ultimately see yourself. And there's been actually a few moments this week. Well, I'd say 2 moments. And I've been in a situation where I received a very interesting, intense energy, handled it fine, but afterwards, like, dang, you know, what happened there? Like, why did that happen? And realizing sometimes it has nothing to do with you. You know, sometimes you're just in the line of fire and like people are just going through their lives. And, you know, you're not always going to be on the same page with everyone all the time. And so letting go of needing someone else to change to make you feel better and just knowing that, hey, like I'm working on myself and I know that this makes me feel good. And I know that, you know, this change that I'm experiencing in my life feels right to me. And that's enough. Like you don't need everyone else to do that to validate you. So, how can we practice doing this? And the answer to that is simply doing it. There is really no easy way. It's kind of like learning a new language, you know, like the only way for you to actually practice and understand is when you start trying and making an effort. And you will not always get it right. You know, sometimes the person won't understand you and you'll have to make your way through it. But as someone who's also learning how to communicate still, you know, like this is a process, but I'm learning how to communicate my feelings and also learning Spanish. You know, I've been a little off my game as of late, but neither here nor there. I have learned firsthand that people just appreciate communication, period. It's a massive part about being a human being is that we communicate with one another. If that be through words, songs, writing, books, physical touch, whatever it is, we as humans love communicating. So just to know someone is trying is already such a huge start, but you can also, if it feels daunting, you don't have to start so big. You can start with the small stuff if you need more time. And I'm all about starting small, and it can honestly be as simple as someone, I don't know, asked you, where do you want to eat? And instead of saying, you choose, you just say the first place that pops in your head, and being okay with however that person responds, because now you've started a dialogue of communication. So even if they don't agree or they do agree, now you're both communicating, and that person is aware of the kind of food that you want to get, and then you can hear what they want, and then hopefully meet in the middle, And starting here will give you that good foundation to get to a point where you can feel even a little bit more comfortable, when asked about something a little deeper, or something to do with your emotions or feelings on something. I will say another place that's good to start is just get a journal. Having a place that you can go to put your thoughts down is great. It's a really good way to process how you feel even before speaking to someone. Of course, I'm always going to say meditation because I love meditation and it's a great way to do this, but also even taking the time to just do the things that empower you. Like ask yourself that, like, what makes you feel the most empowered? Is it when you, I don't know, have a clean space? Or is it when you've cooked for yourself? Or is it when you've successfully communicated something with someone or set a boundary? Whatever it may be, take the time to ask yourself that and just begin to implement it when you can, as much as you can. And I don't know, I think I've mentioned it to you guys. I can't remember at this point, but I've been in adult ballet for a bit of time now, and it's something that makes me feel super powerful. I'm just so connected with my body. It takes concentration, understanding, patience, and ultimately a lot of love to do it. It's not an easy sport by all means, but I love it because it takes all of me to be present to do it. And it leaves me feeling very empowered because I'm so connected with myself. So, just finding out what that could be for you or what that would look like and then trying it out. And I know there's the argument where, it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. Where do I find the time to do that? I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And, here's the thing, folks. You just have to find the time. You make it happen. I'm really not trying to be, like uppity about this, but it's just the real truth of it. What you don't make time for simply will not happen because you haven't made time for it. It's like when you keep saying like, oh, yeah, I'll do that errand on this day, and you push it to the next day and this day. It's like until you actually get in your car or pull up your, laptop to pay off something, you're not going to do it until you actually make motion to do it. And that's just how it goes for everything. But, you have to ask, like what, if you want something different and you want to live different and feel different, a lot of the times you have to do things that are different, that are new and bring you out of your comfort zone or a place that feels familiar. And like I always say, it's only uncomfortable because it's new. But once you begin to get the hang of it, it's really a cakewalk, because now you know how to navigate whatever it is, and you can handle that. And lastly, please be kind through the process. It's always evolving and changing. So allow your mind and body to change and grow with it. I've like caught myself numerous times, and I want to bring it up because it's one of those things that I feel like the more that you normalize, then more people don't feel alone, and then hopefully, we'll practice a better way. But basically, just I've caught myself numerous times beating myself up about things, and it's really unnecessary. You can still do introspection with love. In fact, those two things are essential together, And so just give yourself that space to know that, like, you're not always going to get it right, but you have to try. And that's kind of just, the process of human life. I hope this was helpful for some of you or something you could relate to. I've definitely been having such a process in these past few months, and I always want to share because I know that it can't just be me going through this. And it's also a good reminder that you are the power and you have everything you need inside of you. You don't need to go outside of yourself to feel that, So the theory of the week is when we are tapped into our source, we have an unlimited supply of light. Well, that's what I have for you today, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me on this gorgeous Monday. I love you guys, and I shall see you next week. Okay, love you. Bye.